Hey, did you ever hear a rendition of 99 Bottles of Beer on the Wall and take that as a challenge? Does your wild partying and intoxicated antics haunt the nightmares of many a small-town tavern owner? Well, congratulations! You might be a drunken master. But what is a drunken master? Well, pop a few bottles, shotgun a 40, and prepare to ruin happy hour, cause we're getting slizzard. We've all had a few too many, right? Sorry, for those under the age of or just turning 21, overconsumption of alcohol is dangerous and not cool. Like everything, the special sauce and or daddy sodas should be enjoyed in moderation, so let's get responsibly. But let's say you accidentally hit the hooch a little too hard. What should you expect to happen? Maybe a hangover, maybe some tummy troubles, and maybe waking up in a compromising location? But would you expect to suddenly become a badass boozy brawler, an ass-whipping wino, an absolute alky adversary? Well, follow closely and let me show you how to turn shine into a shiner. But first, have you ever needed an adventure with a lot more adventure? Does DMing a sprawling campaign set in multiple locations sound like a lot of fun but also incredibly overwhelming? Well, fret no longer, because the Tomb Guardian's new Kickstarter, Curse of the Usurper, has you covered. With one of the largest adventures ever written, with over 1,000 pages on 3 books, the Curse of the Usurper makes managing an adventure with the scope of a Greek epic an absolute breeze. This gigantic package comes with over 60 maps, more than 50 items, over 100 new monsters, as well as new spells and diseases to boot. And don't forget the ambiance with exclusive music tracks and voiceover narration through QR codes in the book. How cool is that? If that wasn't enough, this pack also comes with 20 fleshed out stores, as well as taverns, towers, asylums, mines, and so much more. And if that still wasn't enough, they've even got an add-on with Innocent and Still Echo to explore the dungeons of Havdir and plan your own prison break. And if you can believe it, there is even still more on the Kickstarter page at this link right here. So sharpen your weapons, strap on your packs, grab a spellbook, and back the Curse of the Usurper today for an all-inclusive campaign and get 3 books for the price of 1. And tell them your buddy Yimba sent you. A big thanks to Tomb Guardians for sponsoring the show, and now, back to the video. So you want to learn how to knock a guy on his butt faster than a shot of whatever Grandpa's got in the jar in the back of the freezer. Well, to do that, you gotta pick up a few levels in Monk. And yeah, I get it, okay? I've gotten your letters, and some of y'all took issue with the playful ribbing I gave the Monk haters out there in the last video. And while I still love Monk and think it's fine as a class, we'll call it a truce, okay? Even though you're wrong. But if you want to turn a chugging contest into a slugging contest, why not at least use the class known for fisticuffs? So we start out as a monk at first level with unarmored defense. Now, being a drunken nuisance, taking the occasional smack to the head kinda comes with the territory, but I like to think our goal is to have enough of the juice that we just don't feel it anymore. We also get martial arts, which makes your unarmed attacks a D4. You can use your dex modifier instead of your strength modifier for punchies or when using a monk weapon, and you can make an extra attack as a bonus action when you take the attack action. Like a kung fu master trained in the ancient fighting styles or a wine mom sipping the good stuff, raw power is replaced by technique while in combat. Technique or booze. At second level we get key, as in keep 'em coming, barkeep. Oh man, these are fun to write. Key comes in the form of key points, which you can spend to pull off cool stuff like Step of the Wind to get around faster, Patient Defense to avoid danger, or Flurry of Blows to add an additional attack to your bonus action Unarmed Strike. Your key points equal your monk level and return on a short rest, which is great because I needed somebody to top me off anyway. Barkeep! You also get unarmored movement to run an additional 10 feet, great for getting away from monsters or outrunning tabs, and dedicated weapon letting you turn a weapon that meets the criteria into a monk weapon, opening your range of options on what you can use. Can a whiskey bottle be considered a monk weapon? Technically yes, but if you break it, you gotta get a new bottle and focus your key on it over a short rest. Third level is here, and we somehow drank enough to think that we could catch a bullet with our teeth. Wait, that worked? Yeah, believe it or not, apparently after a certain amount of the giggle juice, you can just snatch bullets out of the air. I have just been informed that I am legally required to tell you, do not attempt this in real life. You will not catch the bullet. You will most likely die. Catching a missile in this way lets you reduce the damage by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your monk level, and if that reduces the damage down to 0, you can yeet that puppy back by spending a key point. So when inevitably you get a drink thrown in your face, you can catch it in your mouth and spit it back? Is a vodka martini a missile? I don't know, just drink it at that point. You also get key fueled attack, which lets you spend a key point to make one attack as a bonus action if you didn't take the attack action, so you can spend your whole turn chugging and then at least get one smack in. But finally, at 3rd level, all our copious consumption is paid off, transforming us into the Baron of Blitz, the Prince of Plaster, the hammered hero himself, a true blue Drunken Master. Being a master is its own reward, but obviously comes with perks, like proficiency in the performance skill to play drunk even if you're not, or in your case probably play sober, as well as proficiency in brewer supplies so you can make your own brew on the fly. But you also get the Drunken Technique to disengage anytime you flurry of blows and increase your speed by 10 feet until the end of that turn. Believe me, never let them know your next move becomes much easier if you don't either. At 4th level we get Slow Fall, letting us focus your ki to reduce falling damage equal to 5 times your monk level, and while that sounds like a technique ancient martial artists have passed down for generations, for you it feels more like you fell face first into the dirt and just forgot to take the damage. You also get Quickened Healing to spend your action and some ki to get back some hit points, but you'll likely forget about this. At 5th level our Punch Drunk die bumps up to a D6, and we also get extra attack for 2 attacks with an action and 2 more with a flurry of blows. But you also get Stunning Strikes to pop someone so hard they gotta take a step back and just rethink their whole day. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can spend a key point to force the opponent to make a con save or be stunned till the end of your next turn. This is the monk's best ability hands down, as you can potentially stun lock an enemy completely out of a fight, and you can keep doing it as long as you've got attacks and key points to spend. And while the book may say you make a targeted strike to disrupt their ki, I think it's more likely you took a cheap shot right to the old Sackville Baggins. That is a deep cut Lord of the Rings joke disguised as a ball joke, because I'm just that good. You also get Focused Aim to spend ki to potentially turn a miss into a hit, but don't do that, save those points to stun. Just keep hitting, you have so many attacks, you're bound to at least get one off. 6th level gets us ki empowered strikes so you can punch ghosts and not just the ones that cause you to drink, and you also get Tipsy Sway to utilize the unique coordination, or lack thereof, you get from being lit. So when you fall on your ass, you can spend 5 feet of movement to pop right back up, because let's face it, at this point the tavern floor is just an old friend. And you can redirect attacks meant for you into another creature within 5 feet. Basically spending your reaction to make the bad guys hit each other, because not only do you have a substance abuse problem, but you're also apparently a walking cartoon. 7th level gets you Evasion to take no damage on successful dex saves and only half damage on a fail, making you basically fireball proof, but also really good at ducking thrown bottles. But we also get Stillness of Mind to spend an action to end the effect of a charming or frightening. This works by focusing your ki to calm your... or just fall asleep. Yeah, I guess that works too. 10th level gets us Purity of Body, making you 100% immune to diseases and poison, or 200% proof for those in the know. But at 11th level we get Drunkard's Luck. Somehow, someway, a true Drunken Master always finds the right stuff when he needs to. And this lets you spend ki to cancel out disadvantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Everything just seems to work out for you when you've gotten a little buzzed, and that's the way we like it. Our Punch Drunk die also bumps up to a D8 here. See what I mean? At 13th level, we get Tongue of the Sun and Moon, because even though our speech is pretty much always slurred...
Are you from Killarney?
I'm
Born and bred.
people still seem to understand us. And 14th level gets us Diamond Soul for proficiency in all saving throws, and if you fail one, you can spend ki to re-roll it. 15th level gets us Timeless Body, so you no longer feel the effects of aging, but you also no longer need food or water? Not that we ever touched this stuff. Did you know fish in it? Anyway, at 17th level we finally get our last Drunken Master ability with Intoxicated Frenzy, which is great because our Punch Drunk die just bumped up to a D10. When surrounded by a group, you can increase your attacks and your flurry to 5, providing that each attack hits a different creature. Perfect for zombie hordes, rat infestations, or bar fights with lots of angry patrons. 18th level is also pretty sweet, letting you spend 4 key points to turn invisible and giving you resistance to all damage besides force, or spending 8 key points to cast Astral Projection on yourself. I mean, I've drank so much I felt like I was being sent to the Shadow Realm, but I've never actually made it. How wild is that? And finally, at 20th level, we get Perfect Self to recover 4 key points if you roll initiative without any. The writers just gave up. This ability sucks. I don't want to talk about it. Moving on. So, is the Drunken Master top shelf? Well, it's pretty dang good. But let me talk about what I love before I gripe just a little. This subclass is so packed with flavor that it makes me super excited to try it out. Maybe it's because I just watched the actual Drunken Master movie, or because there's so much potential here to just be silly, but I love the idea of the Drunken Master a lot. The way you can zip in and out of combat, take take on groups and avoid damage also plays into what the monk is good at, which is great for class synergy and team dynamic. However, I think this subclass feels just a little bit lacking. You have multiple abilities that emphasize being directly in the middle of multiple opponents, but what do you do when they're spread out or when there's just one big opponent? I feel like those abilities can be expanded upon to give the Drunken Master more utility in more situations. In that respect, I think that multi-classing is usually the right idea for a Drunken Master, with the Battle Master fighter being the perfect example. Taking maneuvers like tripping and goading attacks play into the fun of being a Drunken Master while also boosting your combat utility. For me, the Drunken Master gets an A in concept, S in fun, and a B- in execution. I like it a lot, but I wish I liked it more. Hold on. So if you're and third joke, good job. Guess what? You might be a Drunken Master. Hey everyone, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And please, don't forget to subscribe down below, it really helps me out. Right now the channel is growing okay, but you have no idea how far a like, a comment, or a subscription goes towards pushing us in the algorithm. So that's all for now, I hope you have an excellent day, and see you in the next one.